So yeah, let me share my screen and then we could start. So just to check, am I audible? Could like in chat, could you message? Am I audible? Could you press yes if I'm audible in the chat? Could you message like if I'm audible, then let me know in the chat if I'm audible. Yeah, cool, cool. So we have got our response, and I think we are good to start. So currently we have, I think, around check around 18 participants, and this is good because we in the FAQ section I could have discussed all your questions regarding any AMA. So starting with so today's our webinar is regarding roadmap to machine learning and data science in 2024. Uh, and before we start, so we are from Team Vizuara. Our founder, Dr. Rajat, Sridhar are from IIT Madras and MIT USA. I am Abhijit Singh, and our developers are from Sahil and Saurav Jana. And a little introduction about myself. My name is Abhijit Singh, and when I was in college, I was able to get into Fire, which became India's fastest unicorn company. And I have like in my college journey, I have contributed to a lot of open source. I have joined a lot of open source programs, and I will explain you my in this webinar that how I what was my roadmap to how did I was able to crack to like Fire company on Vizuara. What was my workflow and how was I able to get a data science job role in Vizuara? So, what is the agenda for today, right? So, first thing, what you need to do is prepare your workspace, right? You need to code somewhere, and that we are going to look at first. Then we are going to look at which courses you could follow, books to follow, and how to join competition hackathons, and we could take slide discussion on open source contribution. Then we have a little bit about discussion about frequently asked questions, and then we could have a Q&A. So you could ask me anything about your doubt in roadmap to ML and anything. So this course would be helpful to you if you are starting out journey and if you are anywhere stuck in your ML journey and wanted to look out somewhere. So this course is also a promotion to our we are going to recently launch our data science course, and here's a form and it have limited seats, and I encourage you to fill up the form. And with this, let's get started. So prepare your workspace, right? So starting at the first point, we need to code somewhere, and to code somewhere we need some workspace, right? Some IDE, somewhere to code it, right? And uh, in comment section, let me know which IDE you use, like for coding out there. Let me know like which coding IDE you use. So let me check in the chat if someone could respond. So yeah, VS, people use VS. VS is very much popular. Uh, uh, Let us wait for IDE shell. That's okay. IDJE shell. If you use shell, then it's very funny because you have to write one line by line code and then compile it. Yeah, and then Jupyter. Yeah, Jupyter. Mm, yeah, cool. So in today's cool PyCharm. Yeah. Now what I will go through is like I will give you a brief introduction. Okay, which check. Yeah. So I will give you a brief introduction which workspace you could use. And I've tested all of this, and this is my personal experience to all of this. So uh, if you are beginner, right, and you are starting out ML, then Anaconda is the way to go. And let me share my screen again so I could show you all that what I need to show. Share screen one. Yeah. So here's the basically if I go to new tab and I search for Anaconda Python, and this is basically Anaconda website where you could download the IDE, and the benefit of using this IDE is in Python is why, because it have several IDE in itself, like it provides you directly R into it. You have VS Code inside it, you have Spyder, and when you use this IDE, and it's very good for uh, your product development. And the Spyder IDE in this is basically it. The difference between other IDE and Spyder is because when you compile the code, right, you get all the variable value which it holds, and why it's very helpful. So when you are beginner, right, and your code fails to get the result, you need to debug it, and debugging directly onto VS Code, trying to put debugger directly and then run each point, you will get as a beginner you will get confused, like where my code is breaking. And this is where, like, if you are beginner in Spyder, you get the value of all the variables it holds, and then it's very easy for you to know, okay, where it's getting broken and how I could fix this. So that's where you could start for your like IDE. If you are a beginner, you could start with Spyder, and it provides a lot of software tools such as VS Code inside itself. It's have PyCharm inside itself, and then it's have RStudio inside itself, and it includes JupyterLab. So if you are beginner, you could try Anaconda Navigator. Now let's look at more topics. So yeah, let's discuss. Let me go through it once again. It's very debugging friendly, so you could easily debug this easily in this because you get all the variable value beside it. It's beginner friendly, and if you are starting it, I will definitely recommend you to use Anaconda. Then you get pre-installed tools. So for data science, you also might need it. Suppose R, or suppose you want to connect all your data to some AWS servers. It provides you pre-installed tools, and it's very helpful. It's very cross-platform. So if you are working on, suppose what do I mean by cross-platform? It's supportable to other OS as well. So basically, it's supportable in Mac OS, Unix as well, Linux, Unix, and Windows. So it's very helpful, and it have a lot of community support. So if you have any problem, then you could discuss in community. And community support is very important. And in next few ID, when I give example, you will know, okay, if there is no community support, then ID could also face big challenges. So next one is PyCharm, and it's one of the second highest. I think it's ID used, and the if you want to refactor your code, right, and you need AI in your code, like AI doing your code, PyCharm have all those integration in itself, and it provides version control. So it's very easy to version control, like use Git control on directly onto this. It have plugin supports all those into it, and it's very easy to use and have refactoring and AI. Like if you need some IDE in which you want. And what is IDE is basically place where you could code some code, right? That's what it is, integrated development environment, and where it's you want to code somewhere. So using PyCharm, it would be like PyCharm. If you need some AI in your code, like you want to code and AI want to help you out, like half of your code would be done by AI in itself. So it's that you want, you could use PyCharm. And next is Atom, and uh, yeah, recording will be provided in this. And do anyone know about this IDE in the chat? Could you tell me, like, have you used or heard anything about this? Uh, mm, no, yeah, because yeah, so it was famous when VS Code was not there, and what happened was, like, it was is similar to VS Code. It was lightweight. It was customizable. It has integrate like you want to add extension. It was having all those extension. You could easily add those in extension. It has Git integration like VS Code. it has also a multi-language support, and it was open source. And the reason why it failed, could you guess like uh, uh, why it got not popular as VS Code? Like, try to guess. Hmm, let's wait for a few seconds. Someone to guess like why it could get failed. No issues. I will explain. So the reason why it failed was because then VS Code came, and VS Code was supported from Microsoft. And Microsoft is a big giant corporation. It have a lot of community as well. And at Atom community got decreased. Like there was no such more development into more Atom, like more. There was not much more development in Atom IDE, and it got very shortened. So like their community got shortened, and then VS Code come, and a lot of people use VS Code, and this is good. VS Code is very good. It is open source. It provides a lot of extension. It's production, like if you want industry standard, VS Code is used in like every industry, like every industry IT people uses VS Code. So that's the industry standard. And if you are into like it's also good for like if you want data science to be connected with somewhere with your front end and back end, VS Code would help you in that regard coding. So it's very helpful in that. Next we have Jupyter. So Jupyter, so let's see how many of you have uses Jupyter in the chat. Like, do you know about Jupyter? Uh, hmm, hmm. Okay, so lot of have you have guys have not used Jupyter. So what I will explain you is Jupyter is an ID in which you can run your code line by line. And what's the benefit in this? So when you compile your code, so when the code's going to break, because when you run a code and if uh, code does not run, it breaks. So at okay which line it's breaking and why it's breaking. That's one thing it's used. And the next thing why it's popular use is because it's lightweight. And the thing is, it's you could easily share your notebook, and it's reproducible. So if you are doing research, right, and the thing is how reproducible is your research. So you code your code a whole thing, and you could easily share with other people, and they will also get the same result as the research people have got their result. So you could easily the Jupyter notebook are easily reproducible. It's lightweight. You could add a lot of extensions, such as their extension in like my pandas, all those extension library you could add. It's very interactive, and you could easily visualize using a lot of visualization tools. It have debugger as well, and it's a standard for data science. Jupyter have become standard in data science. So if you are starting out uh, in data science, Jupyter is the way to go to start. And if you are like very beginner, like you're starting on to Python and all those stuff, you should go to Anaconda. And if you want some more thing like in AI code related thing, I would recommend you to go to the PyCharm. And if you want to like integrate your code like data science like model, the model you train with backend and front end, the IDE is VS Code is way to go. Like it's industry standard, and it's very lightweight, and everyone uses it. So this is how the 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 thing about the IDE, right? Because you want to prepare a workspace, right? In next 10 years, you might be coding on this ID platform. So it's necessary to have your particular ID fixed, right? You need to know pro and cons about it. So that's thing when you are set with IDE. Now it's time to like, okay, now I got have support set up my ID based on if I'm beginner, I will choose Anaconda, and then I need to follow along some course, right? So what are the courses to follow? So let me open it. So first thing, courses to follow is is we have created like the 0 to hero in data science course. And why we have created this course is, in this course, right, will take you from very beginner to the mastery level, and it will so suppose you're like getting the chance of interview, like getting the chance of X after taking the course. And in between, like when we start in this course, we improvise your resume, how to improvise your resume, and while taking your course, you are able to apply to the jobs, and by the end of the course, you have lot of chance to get the job. So that's how our zero to hero in data science course is. And if you want to like look onto this more course, you could join the wait list. We will be releasing this in at November 28th, and a lot of our playlist is out there in YouTube. You could look onto those, and this would, so suppose your why the flow of the structure is, we improvise your resume. We make it like we start with your reviewing your resume, then how to improvise your LinkedIn profile, how to approach to the recruiter. We look on to those, and as well as when you go through this course, you will be applying to the jobs, and by the end of the course, the getting the job is going to be by 5x and 10x after the course ends. So here's the like waitlist to this course. And the next course I would recommend you like is course by building neural network from scratch. This course is curated by Raj, and he have gone through from basic blocks to building whole LLM and whole neural networks. So if you want to, once you are good with building your models, you need to have certain kind of architecture onto those. You need to start like you got an idea. Okay, you are able to train model. Now it's time to get things from scratch. So what you need to do is we stop using importing those library that you use that are like Kiaras or any PyTorch libraries. We are going to code everything from scratch, whole architecture from scratch. And Raj have taken this course, like builded this course from basic to like high level stuff. And next we have, once you are done with this, you need to, once you are got an idea, okay, how to build a model. Now I am good with the architecture of the model. Now the next thing to dive into is the AI fundamental to deployment. So you got to know about LLMs, all those things, and this is where you could look into. And in our zero to hero in data science course, we everything is covered. So we do not go directly into like building stuff. We take you from like, okay, we start from GitHub, because you need to know about different you need to push your code. So we take you from mastering those. Then when you are good with it, we take you to build learn about Python. You get programming questions on those, and you are good with it. Once you are good with it, we take you to the R data science visualization, which is used standard in data science. With then take you to Python. How could you use Python for data visualization? Then building blocks. All these things are covered in zero to hero in data science. And next, the last one that I want to cover up is machine learning by Stanford CS 229. So this one course is developed by Stanford, and it's widely used. So they have all the lecture notes available. They covered the mathematical concepts. So this is the course you could also take and look onto it. But zero to hero in data science would be enough. And then what you need to do else, taking this course, like you are you need to know, like once you have gone through the course, if you want to revise the course, you need some like notes, right? Those notes are also included. And next is what books to follow. So this is by deep learning by Ian Goodfellow, and I followed this book in my data science journey, and it all covers the theoretical and practical application. So if you want to look at, you could look at this book, Deep Learning by Ian Goodfellow. So you don't need to worry about, I will be sending the slides to everyone in the participant. So you will be getting the slides all and all the links. Next, the next thing that is the most important thing is, when you learn, you need to have to do some practice, and you could do this practice. Like I could not emphasize this, like how important it is like you need to join competitions. You need to participate in hackathons, and this is very important in your learning. And why? Because when you go into competitions, right, and when you go into competitions, you need to use your theory and practical knowledge to build the stuff. You are going to code it out. You are going to try out some few few things that you don't know. Like, you try to see others people code, that how they have implemented those model and how their architecture is better than your. And this will help you improvise so much that I couldn't emphasize. Like, first thing, it will help you to code better. Next, it will also help you into like getting the job, and that's how I was able to get job in Fire and also in Vizuara. So that will help you out to build your portfolio, your profile. You will be able to connect a lot of people. And the thing is, where to start the competition. So first, and a lot of competition are in Kaggle. So if I share my screen again, uh, yeah. So to show you where is Kaggle is, okay. So Kaggle.com. If you go to Kaggle.com, here we have a lot of competition help, and here you could register it. And you let me take this one. Just a sec to load the. Okay, so this is no, I don't want. Uh, sec. Yeah. So this is my new other email that I have logged in from. But when I started in college, I usually go to this competitions, and I started doing it. And this was the first thing you need to go: Titanic machine learning from disaster. And you could look onto this. You could use regression, classification, and other models, and improvise your model learning. And you you will get you could see, you will be proud of yourself, like how far you have come in, like in the competition model. And they have this leaderboard. uh, when I tried, I was in like 1K and 2K. And here the people have used a lot of other techniques. You could look onto their code as well, and then you could improvise it. Next thing I want to discuss about is HackerEarth. HackerEarth is very good platform to participate your coding thing. So if you want to have, let me log in. So if you want to uh, participate in real life hackathon or online hackathons, these are the great stuff. Recently, let me go. So let me change Firefox, and I will show you. So see, this is like, you could see, right? Most of them have like this one. So this asks you like competition based on this. So this asks you, okay, how could you use NPU and LPU to in your ML model? And they give you some themes, topics to problem statements to build your project on. And this is very important in like, when you build stuff, you know, okay, where the things could go wrong, and it will help you. Like, they will give you 2 days to build your project, and in that time you will rush things and you will learn a lot. And similarly, you will able to meet people out there. Like, your networking will improve. You will be able to meet people, lot of people out there in the companies you could send your resume to. And there you could find your like, you could help this, like this could help you into your job search as well. And as well as it, next thing is about the cash prize. They also provide a lot of cash prize. This is one competition. Next is, like, you could check a lot of competition like True Tell. And previously they were holding like somewhere some this one Sambhav. And you could see like number of registration is about lakhs of people have registered into this. Like 107K people have registered it. And this is like, you don't need to scare off. You just need to try and put your idea out there once, and then you start building product, and it will help you learn a lot. So this is the second website that you could look onto. And let's move on to our slides again. And the next slide that we need to cover about is DevPost. DevPost is also similar to HackerEarth, and it have like hacking competition at international level. So here you could see currently it's running Google Chrome built in AI challenge, and basically it will be asking Gemini to use. And here you could start out your idea, okay, what you kind to build through LLMs, and this would I'm just repeating myself. This would help you to learn things very. You will learn a lot of things because you will be starting out your new things, and you are trying to build your idea. And once you start doing this, you got chance to meet with people, judges, and it helps in your networking, and you will be able to get the job done. So that's the thing. So I will just quickly show you how to do this. Like, suppose you want to participate in this. So go to Google Chrome built-in AI challenge, join hackathon. You can sign up with maybe Google. Okay, so sign up with GitHub, and here you need to provide last name. You could connect with your friends to join your team, or you could work solo, which is also better. You need to do everything on your own, which means you'll need to learn a lot, and you will learn a lot. That's how I started. I started working solo. Then like I met peoples there, and then we created a team, and then we participated in hackathons and coding competition. That's how you start. Like you gave your idea there, and then you register it. So basically, once you're done, you are in, and then you have to build your product, and this would help you like exponentially. And yeah, and this would help you in your job search like no other. Next is tech gig. Tech gig is for like if you want to get into data science job, this is the place. They have few challenges that are very popular. That is code, code gladiator, and like, and they have hiring challenges. So if you need to apply for jobs, they basically ask some backend, like for data science, they ask you to train on some data set and give, and that's how the work. But there are two competition which are very popular are code gladiator. A lot of people come on to this, and where you could show your skills on to. Now this is done, like, okay, which coding competition to join. Now next step question is asked, frequently asked, is I have very like slow laptop, like very I don't have high processor laptop, I don't have high high level of space, what should I do? So when you are started out in college, this is the most thing would be asked. And like when you will be joining in competition, this will happen. Like some other guy would have some great config, and you will be like, man, that guy have very great config laptop. If he trains, his model would be like theoretically would be greater than mine, right? Because it he should be able to train faster. So he may be able to run more number of epochs. So that's not the point of like problem to you, because there are a lot of online IDs, and in general, when you are in industry, right, you will be going to use online IDEs. So basically, you don't want to scale vertically. Basically, you won't be able. You could basically in your laptop you could add more GB, more RAM, more hard drive. But a good stuff is to go to online, buy some online servers like EC2 server, and scale horizontally. Basically, they provide more processor, and then you could able to train the models like Chat GPT and all those things. So that's the stuff. So where I could look onto the online IDE. So basically, first one is popular one is Google Colab, where you could, if you have very wonky laptop and you want to code onto, uh, Google Colab is the first one. They provide also the premium version in which you could code very high stuff. Uh, Next is Kaggle notebooks. So if you are looking, Kaggle is the next step. Kaggle.com also provides some notebooks. And if you want to go on to the next level stuff, right, you want to train high LLMs. Basically, what a good thing is just take some EC2 server instance in AWS and try to run it. And why I'm saying this, that would be tough, but that's how in real life that model are trained. They are not trained on your on some local machines, because local machine have issues, right? You could have limitation up to like, you could like fixed number of GPUs, fixed number of CPUs, but this and you could, how much you could scale vertically. But then in EC2 kind of servers, you could scale very much horizontally. You could have multiple of processor doing all this process. You could add more number of GPUs into it. So that's the thing, and that's how in real life that's done. Like if you are looking how it's done, how LLMs are trained in real life, that's how LLMs are trained. The next question is, do I need strong math background to learn data science or machine learnings? And the answer is no. So when you are building models, you don't need to have strong math background to learn data science. You will be needing strong math background when you need to create your own algorithm. You are going in very much deep. You need to change like some architecture into it. You need to have very strong background, like maybe in PhD in background in math, or you are doing some BTech in like bachelor degree in math. It would be helpful. Basically, those maths are basically your engineering level mathematics. If you are from M1 M2 and those stuff are asked, basically convolutional and neural maths have been added. So those background are math is basically needed in data science and machine learning. Next, how can I practice data science? And the thing is, the more you practice, the more it will be easy for you to go into data science. So the best way to practice data science is join the competitions. I will repeat myself again. So go down there, join the competition, go to hackathons, and there you could see your level, like where you stand at place. So there will be people coming at high level stuff, and you will be very inspired by them. Like, okay, that's how they are doing, and then it will improvise your learning, and that's how you get improve, and that's how you should practice data science. So if I'm starting now, if I have to practice, I will go to Kaggle and take this coding competition and code it out, like, and I will like submit my prediction. I will check, okay, why my prediction is very bad, how could I improve. I could check others people tutorial like this. I could check, okay, what kind of architecture he have used, okay, how it's his approaches. So that's kind of stuff helps you improvising your data science learning. So with this, I think we have covered all this thing. So we'll take if you have any coding like data question or regarding data science, ML, anything question regarding software development, anything about your like open source development, anything, any question, I'm here to ask, like answer and give you guidance onto this. So fire your question out right now. So we'll be just waiting for a few minutes. So if you have any question, just fire away. Don't hesitate. Nothing is going to happen bad. So
Abhijit, may I ask a question related to the minor related with Vizuara? Like,
yeah, but I think that question would be good to ask for Sridhar, if he is there. Uh, yeah, what you could do is you could ask me. I did not know like regarding too much about minor course in regarding Visuara part, but I will ask you and get you back to you on through mail. You could
I will
yeah,
email
yeah,
separately. Thank you.
cool. Yeah, Kirti, fire up your question if you have.
Very good evening. I have got a career gap of 10 years. Before this, I have got masters from embedded systems. Mine is completely non-computer science background. It is basically electronics background. Can I find any career path in this domain? And if yes, can you please suggest me on how to shape my career further?
yeah, and you don't need to like embedded system includes C programming, all those stuff. And when you learn want to jump into data science, right, you won't find it too difficult, because when Python is very easy than C. So embedded system, I think it uses C programming language, right, to
Yes.
coding those things. And when you jump into Python, it's very easy. So you won't take it. So if you are trying to shift to data science, it would be very easy for you to join. And one thing and it's very helpful. Why? Because in robotic kinds of stuff and all the AI robotics and all the Arduino things, you could, once you learn the AI, you could able to just you need to the DOS gateway would be lot of DOS gateway. I can't think in drones, you need embedded system and AI system to be integrated, and this would help you in a lot of jobs as well. So you don't have to think, okay, I don't need if I embedded system, can I jump to? But if you want just learn the AI data science, it will open your lot of doors. Like you could apply to lot of embedded and AI stuff, like in drones, company uses watches, uh, all those things. So any did I cover up your question, or do you want to
Yeah, yes. I mean, I just had some enigma whether or not I'll be able to cope up with this great gap in my career, and also will I be able to scale up to the extent that others are learning. And I had so many doubts in mind, and thank you so much. You have just cleared all of them.
Thank you, VP. So next question
Thank
is, good evening, sir. When PPT will be shared? So after this lecture, the PPT will be shared. Uh, I think that's it, and I think I've covered all the questions. So with this, thank you everyone. Happy weekend, and I will see you on to the next webinar when we have. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.